Hi guys, Connie here from the Painted Photographer. I'm here in this week's video to give you a little bit more fall. I'm ready to hop on into Christmas, but I had some pretty cool fall things to show you today. So we did one more video with fall. Yesterday was the first day of fall. We need to embrace fall. So I hope that you'll do that with me in this video. If you need any products that you see me using today, you can find them on my website at thepaintedphotographer.com. I will see you at the end.
For project one, we're going to start out with these pumpkins I thrifted a while ago. We're using Salty Kiss. This is from the mixology kit that I will tell you about a little bit later on in the video, but I'm going in with Salty Kiss right over top of that orange. This pumpkin already had a hole in it, and it was a beautiful shape. I couldn't resist picking it up. I didn't like the smooth finish, so I added a little salt wash to my Salty Kiss. And I do like that better, where I can see some of the brush strokes, and it just gives that pumpkin a little bit more of a texture than just the smooth finish on the paint. So I added that texture in there and just kept going over this pumpkin with the salt wash mixture. If you want any texture in your paint, salt wash is an amazing product. It's just an additive you put into your paint and it thickens it right up. So this was just going in with the solid Salty Kiss. Then I went with Pedal Pusher and Salty Kiss mixed together. For this second coat, I am not using the salt wash because we already have the texture applied to it. So I'm mixing those two colors together to get kind of a bluish green, adding water to the DIY paint, which makes it flow just a little bit easier. And when I put my blue on there, it just kind of mixes right in to the Salty Kiss, and it gives me a great color. Now I'm going to add some depth to this pumpkin using the DIY weathered wood. While my paint is still wet, I go in with a separate paintbrush, adding the weathered wood into the creases of that pumpkin, which is going to be what gives it the depth that I'm looking for. So I go and I add it to both creases, and then I come back in with the Salty Kiss and the Pedal Pusher, and I kind of blend those in a little bit, and making everything look really good.
Fall apart, tunnel vision, hiding in the dark. Well, I ain't gonna holler.
For the second pumpkin, it was a little bit on the smaller side. I went in with the DIY Tarnished Pearl, which is kind of a transparent color, so you do have to have a couple coats of this color. And when it is wet, it's kind of see-through, but then when it dries, it has better coverage. We're going back in with the weathered wood and making the creases on this one be more enhanced also. It also gives that tarnished pearl a really, really nice dirty kind of look to it. And then I go back in with the tarnished pearl to brighten up those edges on that pumpkin and making it look more realistic.
Salvation, a quick fix remedy. You said I never could change. I thought I never could change. They said I never could change. Damn right, I never would. Leave the light on. Leave the light on. just leave the light on. Yeah, leave the light on. If I'll ever change, been dreaming of Nashville, Tennessee, while the cold here in Sweden got the best of me.
I wanted those two pumpkins to look like they were a pair, so I went in with that Salty Kiss and Prom Queen mixture and just kind of did a dry brush onto the pumpkins, and then using a little bit of water kind of blended it in for more of a watercolor look. And those two pumpkins then actually look like they were meant for each other.
Well, haven't I got better shit to think about than that shit? Like deadlines, rents due, bills pile up, family day in, day out, the clock's mocking me, getting old, oh god, the kids deserve so much more than this, gotta get rich. You said I never could, ever could change. I thought I never could, ever could change. They said I never could, ever could change. Damn right, I never would. Leave the light on. Leave the light on.
After they had completely dried, I went in with the DIY clear wax and gave both pumpkins a coat of clear wax. And look at the color change. They're just beautiful with all those different variations of color. Then I went in with my dark wax, just enhancing those creases and making it actually give the pumpkins some shape. I had this, it's a daylily root. So it's the root of a plant that came out of the ground, and I threw it off to the side, and it just laid there and dried out. When I was looking for a branch to put into this pumpkin, when I came across that root, I'm like, that is perfect. So I cleared out the inside of this top pumpkin so that I could stick that root into the top and be the stem. We're adding some moss to the around the two pumpkins to make them be a little bit grounded, and then also a little bit of moss on the top. Using hot glue, I glued these pumpkins together. Let me know what you think of this project. Did you know I create a envelope of, I call it the Back Porch Collection. It's filled with mixed media projects and all kinds of mixed media. There's a couple candies that I sent along this month. It comes with a tissue paper wrapped around it with this little Back Porch Collection sticker. You open that up and it has a thank you postcard. It also this month came with 2 of the IOD Christmas stamps from a number of years ago. This is one puppy and one kitty. It has 3 postcards that are blank, ready for all of your stamping projects. Then it has a JRV mini fall stencil. And there were 4 different designs. You get one of the designs and a textured wallpaper piece. These are perfect for stamping on your projects. I use those for texture on my projects. I sent along 2 napkins, sunflower napkins. These are little vintage film strips that I found in my mom and dad's pictures, and they're no use to anyone, so they'd be perfect in a journal. Couple music sheets, a recycled paper, and then I have 3 exclusive rice papers that I put together. I made these mixed media paintings, and I thought I would include them in this back porch collection. Then there is 2 pieces of parchment paper that you can either use in your journal or you can use as a place to lay your journal down so that you don't get your area all dirty. But this mixed media packet is perfect. I put one together every single month, and you can grab that mixed media package at thepaintedphotographer.com. And this month is pretty special. It is one more taste of fall, and then it has a little pop of Christmas stamps in it and a couple of sweet treats for you. And we're going to wrap this all back up and use a little piece of it. After seeing my back porch collection for September, we're going to use one of the papers on this cutting board I found at the thrift store. I believe it was 98 cents. I covered it in tarnished pearl just to give the rice paper a little bit of a backing to brighten it up just a little bit. I can actually push on the rice paper, making a crease so I know where to cut the handle out of this rice paper. And then I went ahead and used my DIY's liquid patina and also Golden's heavy gel matte medium. I recommend using this heavy gel matte medium when using rice paper. Rice paper is a little bit thicker than decoupage paper, and if you use the DIY crystal clear chandelier decoupage medium first and then add the heavy gel matte medium, you can mix them together and it's not quite so thick and it goes a long way. I recommend this. I will put the link to my Amazon store down in the description if you would like to get some heavy gel matte medium. It works awesome. I absolutely love to put the rice paper on with this. You will not have any edges coming up whatsoever.
Do you ever feel you don't get out what you're putting in? All your hopes and efforts are all in vain. Who will pick you up when you've lost everything?
After everything totally dries, I come in with this finger sander. I don't know why it took me so long to use one of these, but it is amazing. And I will also put that in my description below. The paper just comes right off with the finger sander. Now I went ahead and put some masking tape or some painter's tape on the top of that paper, and I am going to paint the handle using this mixology kit, and I am going to use the black color and paint this handle just using the black.
It all become for granted with a wedding ring. Oh, there must be more. There must be another way. There must be conscious. Different things in different ways.
After everything has thoroughly dried, I came in using the DIY clear wax and gave this cutting board just a quick coat of wax and gave it an extra protection because I had the heavy gel matte medium on the paper and then also the liquid patina and the clear wax. And now when I use the dark wax is not going to soak into the paper fibers. It is just going to enhance the look of the papers, giving it a nice aged look. Had I not put the heavy gel matte medium on, the dark wax would have soaked right into the paper's fibers and you would not have been able to remove those harsh lines.
Don't let them tell you what you feel or who you are. Oh, there must be more. There must be another way. There must be conscious. Different things in different ways. There must be love. There must be a reason and a little bit of faith.
The snow globe from IOD is from the last release. I didn't think that I needed to use this product, but I've been seeing so many fun projects using it that I thought, what the heck, let's give it a try. I'm going to use some 10-minute resin and mix up part A and part B and pour it into the mold, letting that sit for about 10 minutes. And then we will pull the mold out and you're going to see something pretty amazing.
I gave it all to you for too
Back to this DIY mixology kit. There are 8 colors in this box in little containers. If you ever thought about using DIY paint but don't know where to start, this is the kit for you. You just order this kit on my website. It comes with a brochure. It comes with all of these fun colors that you can mix together to make your own. It comes with black and white and yellow, all of these great colors for your next project. I am going to paint this snow globe in the black color. This is Little Black Dress, and I'm going to paint the entire thing using this black color in 2 coats. After I painted that in 2 coats, I came back in to the top part of it, and I wanted it to be more gray. I didn't want the top of the globe to be black. I wanted it to be a gray color. So I just mixed some of the white swan into the Little Black Dress, making the color gray just right on my project. I didn't even mix it ahead of time. Whatever color I get is the color that I get. And after that dried for a little while, I grabbed the 2 colors in Liquid Sunshine and Cowgirl Coral along with a little of the White Swan. I wanted to make like a night sky on this snow globe, and so using the Cowgirl Coral and the Liquid Sunshine, it made it look like there was just, you know, in the night as the sun is going down and you have the trick-or-treaters coming around your yard. So I went in and just covered up a little bit more of that gray, making it just a little bit more night sky look.
There must be conscious, different things in
Now here's the fun part. I am going to paint a Halloween painting on here. I'm going to paint a cute little ghost and his pet spider. You can watch this whole process as I use the colors from this mixology kit. Again, available on my website for a limited time, so get yours now. After our painting is all done, we're going to go in with Pennies from Heaven. It's a DIY metallic paint that is amazing. And I'm just going to slightly dry brush over top of the black, giving the base of that snow globe a little depth and dimension with all that texture that it has on there. And then we'll seal that all in with a coat of DIY's Big Top.
Wouldn't lie to you, doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. She knows how to drive a truck, but she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart stops beating when my headlights shining on her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing with me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes.
I had this block and I am using the decoupage paper from Recycled. I'm painting the back of my scrap board in white to make that pop. However, I wanted the edges to be a little distressed looking, a little bit more aged. So I went in with weathered wood and added a little bit of water, misted it a little bit, and then kind of soaked some of that up with a baby wipe and just making those edges a little bit more natural looking versus that hard edge. Then I painted the sides with weathered wood and decoupaged that paper onto the board.
Midnight's getting closer and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She can let her hair down, but got her feet on the ground.
After everything was totally dry, I came in with the IOD crackle stamp and just added some crackle look to the outside of the paper. So you got the distressed look on the inside, and now you have another layer of crackle on the outside. Using my finger sander, I cleaned up all of the edges, and then I went back around the outside of the board with the black ink and distressed those edges, making another layer on my scrap board. And then I attached the little spooky ghost and his pet spider to this board. Let me know if you are a fan of this project. I did add a little bit of shadow around the snow globe to make it look like it wasn't just floating on that board, and you can see that it adds one more layer of texture to that decoupage paper.
She can drive me so wild, just with that sweet smile, and there's nobody else for me. My heart starts racing every time I'm looking at her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing to me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. Guitar. Yeah. All right. Wouldn't lie to you. Doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. Ah. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl.
Did you notice my background is different? I'm in my garden shed. The electricians were here, which is why this intro and extra are not normal, and they're a little short. I haven't had a whole lot of time to work in my space because the electricians have been there. But look at this. I want to paint these doors in Sweet Pickins milk paint. I'm trying to decide a color. You know, I lean towards the neutrals, or I lean towards the greens. So I'm not sure. Tell me what you think. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. There will be 5 doors that line this wall. That one's missing over there. And then 1, 2, 3 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is missing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I got power. Hallelujah, I got power. So here I am in my little space. It's only going to be a short while until it gets too cold that I can't be out here. But right now, I am loving it. And I can't wait to use this space for more than just a garden shed. I'll take you around a little bit. There's a whole bunch of stuff. The electricians moved everything around, so it was organized. And there is a whole bunch of garden stuff over there. That's my garden shed and the door right out to my garden. And that box that's sitting right there, that's what this light came in. I just threw it right out the door. Let me show you this view though. So there's my big shop right there. And then right here is the path that leads to the door of the big shop. So there's a garden on this side, and then there's a garden on that side. The little fence that Wilson built. And it's all coming together. And then there's this way, there's another garden over there. There's a garden all along the back of the shop. It's really good. So thanks for coming along with me. I hope you enjoyed that fall. The next one we have is Christmas. I have Christmas coming out and I'm excited. I can't wait to show you some Christmas things. In this video, I used my back porch collection. If you still want it for September, hurry up. It's good. And then October will be something different. So grab yours now before they're all gone, which I think there's only 6 left. So grab them now. I'll be at Sonnet's Retreat early in October, and hopefully we can keep a regular scheduled program going. But if not, I will be back. Don't worry. If you would like any products, please visit me at thepaintedphotographer.com and I'll ship them right to your front door. And as always, thank you for watching. Until next time, happy painting.
She lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart starts beating when my headlights shining on her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing with me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the